The next major change in the new dig law that will affect excavators, and that is facility operators as well when they are acting as excavators, is once the area has been marked, it will be the responsibility of the excavator to maintain those marks for 45 days, or basically whichever is shorter, 45 days or the length of your project. And you could read that the length of your digging. This means if you've got a ticket, it's good for 45 days. If your digging is over in 10 days, you only have to maintain those marks for 10 days. Now, the law does not define maintain, which is a good thing. You want to be able to be flexible in that. But what we are strongly recommending is that, per best practices in Washington, you use white paint to maintain the colored lines, or you use offset marks, or you take a picture, or you make a very good drawing. But the facility operators, I can tell you right now, are going to be very strict on this clause, because if they put the paint down and you maintain it the way the new law says, and frankly the way the old law said too, you don't have to call in every few days and get those marks updated, or as many thought in the past, every 10 days, because the 10-day obligation to call was never law. It's just something that got made up and perpetuated when it was not valid, and it wasted time and money for a lot of people. If you maintain the marks, you can finish and just work straight through and not worry about calling the utility companies back. The facility operators, or utility companies in this case, keep in mind they're going to save a lot of money on this by putting the paint down once. Now here's my encouragement. If you're a facility operator and an excavator calls you back and says, look, I tried to maintain the marks, but I failed, and I had to call 811 to get you to come back. Well, it's your buried assets. It behooves you to go out there and mark them. Maybe they tried and the plan just fell apart, but they're trying. If an excavator doesn't make any attempt to maintain the marks as the new law says, the facility operators will be able to begin billing for the excess time required for those marks. So this is something that everyone should give very much thought to. Excavators, how are you going to get those marks maintained? Facility operators, what are you going to accept? I encourage people to get together and talk over lunch or over a meal, maybe at a local utility coordinating council meeting, and discuss plans for keeping the marks maintained.